Let's take a closer look at Ryan versus Romero. Honestly, a lot of people have been talking about how Ryan's just going to flatline Rolly, and I have the same prediction. Don't get me wrong, that's probably the safe pick, but ultimately, like, it was an interesting thing to hear. Whoever lands first is basically going to be ahead in the fight, and that's like a no-brainer. But they were talking about that in the press conference that just happened today in Times Square. They all faced off. They talked a little bit of trash. Rolly and Ryan are good friends. Like, don't get me wrong, they're gonna fight each other. It's gonna be a war. I expect Ryan to win, but Rolly is still a strong and very, muscular, and he can punch hard. So it's like, you can't count him out entirely, because at the end of the day, styles make fights. Ryan Garcia is very unpredictable. He is very talented. We already know, his left hook is probably the best in the sport of boxing, but I don't know what's going to happen in this fight. Nobody knows. That's why we still ultimately want to see it. We all favor Ryan, but this is a unpredictable fight with two unpredictable fighters. So don't be surprised if, maybe Rolly finds a way to pull it off, because like they said, whoever lands the first punch, more importantly, whoever lands the most consequential blow first is gonna ultimately win the fight, most likely. This could be a very back and forth, Tyson and Fury and Deontay Wilder kind of fight, but ultimately, like, I expect Ryan Garcia to be very motivated to outclass Rolly, because ultimately Ryan's the more well-decorated amateur, and Ryan's like very fast. Rolly's a little bit awkward. He's strong, but he doesn't have the best feet. He leaves his chin open in the air, but so does Ryan. So I feel like it's a little bit more competitive than people think. Honestly, we saw what happened with Tank and Roach, two different kinds of styles, but a style that was difficult for Tank to beat, because he was kind of used to Tank. And if Rolly's also seeing Ryan Garcia, I think it's a different situation when these guys have at least shared the ring together at any point. I don't care if it was a long time ago, but Rolly has also fought Ryan, and he has a sense of confidence that he can beat him. So I'm not counting Rolly out in this fight. I don't favor him. I'm not picking him. I have to pick Ryan. I don't think this fight goes the distance by any means. If there was one fight in this whole card that doesn't go the distance, I feel like it's going to be this fight between Rolly and Ryan, because it is the main event no matter what the people are saying. They said in the press conference that they're all main events, but come on, Rolly and Ryan is going to be the biggest attraction because they're such characters, and everybody wants to see Ryan get knocked out by Rolly, and they want to see Rolly get knocked out by Ryan. But if you think about it, Ryan does have a chin. A lot of people say Ryan Garcia is weak, he's easy to knock out, but if you really look at it, all the times that he's ever been dropped, it wasn't because of his chin. It was a body shot or a flash knockdown where he just didn't see the shot coming and he got dropped. It wasn't ever like Ryan was out on his feet. So I honestly think Ryan Garcia has a really good chin. Now, Rolly Romero, I don't think he has the best chin in the world, and I think that's what's going to make the difference. If Rolly could take a better punch, if his punch resistance was better than it has been in the past, then I'd probably feel differently. Maybe I'd give him a bigger chance, but because it's not, I don't think that it's because of the weight. I'm sure Rolly's happy that this fight is happening at 147 because he was a big 135 pounder and he's a big 140 pounder. So I think now that he's going to be fighting Ryan at 47, he shouldn't have those issues, making weight. And so his punch resistance should be a little better, but I still don't think it's good enough to deal with a Ryan Garcia left hook. And I think Ryan's going to land that left hook at some point because he spams that shot. No offense to Ryan, it's his best weapon. I don't blame him. It's like a video game. He really just throws it until he lands it. But he has the right hand as well. He has a good jab. He tends to abandon it. But, honestly, all he really needs is the left hook. If he were fighting a guy like Devin again, if he were fighting a guy like Tank or Shakur, then he'd have to use his jab a lot more to set up the left hook or set up a big shot. But for Rolly, I don't think Rolly's on Ryan's level, and he won't be able to defend that left hook. I feel like if Haney wasn't able to, then I don't think Rolly will either. But Rolly's also very strong, and I'm sure he's going to have a game plan going in there. He knows that that left hook is the most dangerous weapon that Ryan Garcia has. So hopefully he's on his P's and Q's, he's locked in, and he's very sharp because he has to be, or else Ryan Garcia could very well sleep him. But Rolly has the power to hurt Ryan as well, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be a good fight, but I got to go with Ryan Garcia by stoppage. I think a vicious left hook is going to come. He's just going to keep spamming it. Doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to land it. But I think that's how he gets Rolly out of there. But let me know down below who you guys got, Ryan versus Rolly. It's going to be a very entertaining fight and very entertaining lead up. So stay tuned while we cover more boxing. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next Nabs Boxing video. Peace.